This is Beer 30 Sports O'Clock. Oh, making a mess. Oh no. I think I did it to myself again. Welcome to another episode. This Sunday, this Monday, this Thursday, NFL was great. This beer might not be that great though. I smell it. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of the beer of the week of the episode, we've got Oscar Blues Brewery Scotch Ale Old. This a Chub. Nice. Pause. They got me again with the can. This looks kind of like one of those like Scottish kilt looking thing, patterns, whatever. I just thought it was a cool colorway and, fuck it. Yep. Here's to another can failure. Hoping that it's not as bad as the last one. Oh, aftertaste. Ooh, shit. Started out good. Aftertaste, we're talking this. It's a Scotch ale. This is fucking. No wonder people in Scotland are miserable. But no, I'm kidding. I don't know that. But anyway, tastes like it has liquor in there too. Maybe that's why they call it a Scotch ale. But that shit is. The aftertaste is what kills me. The first part is cool. The aftertaste is just it's very stouty. You don't know how I feel about stouts. Fuck stouts. So let's get into it. News you can booze to. So it's time for the playoffs. Not in football, but in WNBA, baby. Atlanta gets in, and they're gonna face New York Liberty, or they are facing New York Liberty. I believe they're 1-0 right now. New York Liberty is. Vegas got in, and Vegas got in. Vegas, like number 2 seed. They're facing Seattle Storm, and Minnesota's facing Phoenix. And everybody knows they want to know about Connecticut facing Indiana Fever. Caitlin. Asia wins MVP again. This time unanimously. She is becoming a super dominant force to be reckoned with, and she will not be denied. And as far as greatness goes, I low-key, this might sound haterish of me, but I don't want to see her win in the fourth one, but I'm happy to see her win the third. Does that make sense? Sometimes it's kind of like overkill, or you know what I'm saying, you just burn out on a situation. But she is an amazing player. I think she's gonna have a hell of a run in the playoffs. They got a good shot to go all the way again. And then another award, Caitlin Clark won Rookie of the Year unanimously as well. Oh man, how many? Oh, it's 8%. That's why. At least he's not a tall boy. She won unanimously Rookie of the Year. That team is coming around to being a really good young force to be reckoned with. They're struggling with Connecticut right now. I believe it's like 1-0. Everybody's all been out of shape by her getting fouled, poked in the eye or something like that. And it's like, come on, man, we can't baby her. You know what I'm saying? They proved that earlier in the season when everybody was talking crazy. So let's just not act like, this isn't nothing new. Yeah. On to the NFL, because that is basically what this episode is, right? Injuries. Injuries. I think the Madden curse has really officially hit the Niners. It's not just Christian McCaffrey. Fuck that. No, it is the Niners that it has hit. Christian McCaffrey is now on his way to Germany, if he's not there already. to get another opinion on his fucked up calf or ankle or whatever injury he's battling right now. Trent Williams went down and may not get back up, which is crazy because they just paid that man. And they had another defensive player go down. I think he's a defensive tackle. I forget his name. But basically, he has a torn bicep, and he's out for the season now. What the fuck is up with San Francisco? This is the worst Super Bowl hangover I've ever seen, or the Madden curse is back and in full fucking effect because everybody thought it was gone. Everybody thought it was gone. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, everybody thought it was gone. Everybody's like, oh, it's all right, it's okay. No, that shit is here, alive, and fucking well. That shit is crazy. Now, granted, there have been a lot of injuries this year, but that shit is crazy. The Rams faced the 49ers. Coming into the game, they were the most injured team on the field, but they actually came back to beat the Niners. Matthew fucking Stafford. I'm so glad he's not in my division anymore because that motherfucker could ball. And with McVay and the way they run that offense and how they keep finding these little Speedy Gonzalez motherfuckers like Kyron Williams, Puka Nakua, Cooper Kupp. Like, where do they keep finding these motherfuckers? Yeah, so honestly, the Rams, who everybody counted out, thought was a wrap, came back and beat the Niners. I really don't know what's going on with Brandon Ayuk. Brock Purdy looks very, very human-like. He doesn't look like the god that he was last year. He doesn't look like he's in great form anymore. Granted, it is the Rams. The Rams always give the Niners a lot of problems. I don't think the Niners need to hit the immediate panic button. Excuse me. 8%, baby. Woo. They don't need to hit the immediate panic button just yet. They are injured. Yes, I get it. I understand that. But it's a long season. They still got plenty of time to get their shit together and make the playoffs. And make a deep run in the playoffs. Now, if the curse is real, they are fucked. But that game was actually really great. It looked like a blowout very early, and then they just came back. You know, Matt Stafford and the Rams do what they do. The Chiefs, I talked about the Chiefs last week, how they're not as dominant or as their record shows, and they haven't looked that great. Sunday night was no different. Sunday night was no different. Sunday night was no different. Atlanta really fucked that game. Actually, I take that back. Atlanta had the opportunity to win that game a couple of times, but I feel like the biggest egregious thing was the refs. The refs were absolutely fucking terrible during that game. But Chiefs admitted that they themselves did not or have not looked like the offense they haven't played their best ball yet. Patrick Mahomes called himself out, called the team out, said, we ain't even played our best ball yet. We need to get our shit together. 3-0, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, the Falcons didn't look bad. The Falcons, honestly, I really feel like have caught just some bad beats between, I think, the first week when they faced the Steelers, they really weren't ready, and Kirk wasn't ready, and I feel like they got it together and got a lucky break against the Eagles, and now they face the Chiefs, who it's hard to beat the Chiefs and the refs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to do it. You know, you can't put yourself in that predicament, but at the same time, But we'll get into that later. I don't even want to, get too much into that. But, yeah, so. I said it. I had them in the fucking power rankings early. Now everybody wants to jump on board. The Vikings are the real deal. I hate to say it. The Vikings are real. Sam Darnold looks like the born again Tom Brady, and he's out of this world right now. Granted, I think it has to do more so with coaching. I think it has to do with Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is showing everybody why he is the number one paid receiver in the league because that man is great. Um, I don't understand. I don't understand how their defense is coming along so well. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect their defense to look that damn good. Their defense not only looked good against the 49ers, who they pretty much shut down, they fucking just shut down the Texans. CJ Stroud and them boys. And to be honest, CJ Stroud looked a little out of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, against Chicago, everybody, they mic'd him up. So he told Caleb Williams versus the Bears, don't take all these sacks and, blah blah blah. You gonna give him hell, blah blah blah. And then he got the same conversation from Sam Darnold, kind of like that's crazy. That's insane to me. Like life comes at you fast, man. But listen, in all honesty, um, I feel like the Vikings are the real deal. I look forward to the Packers and them going at it next week. I feel like the Packers are not going to be a pushover. I feel like Love is coming back, but we'll see. But is it too early to already talk about the slump that may be coming with C.J. Stroud? C.J. Stroud has not looked. I mean, he looked great first game against the Colts, which the Colts have since proven that they are just not that great. They beat the Bears. Bears ain't really that great either. Caleb Williams has yet to throw. Oh no, I think he threw a touchdown. I think he threw a touchdown, maybe. But he's done more damage than he's done victory. So at the end of the day, they beat the Bears. So Stroud also looked very shaky. He didn't look very shaky. I take that back. He looked decent the next game. Is it too early to start talking? Is it too early to start talking about a sophomore slump? Is it too early? I don't know. I think that I think he's about to get a rude awakening. The NFL is starting to look at him and figure him out. Defensive coordinators get a whole offseason to plan for you. It's going to be tougher. Now, do I think he's going to get do I think he's going to figure it out? I think he has a good coach. Yeah, I think he's going to figure it out. I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to settle. I think they're still going to win the AFC South. The AFC South is absolutely poo poo. Jaguars are fucking a mess. Colts are a mess rebuilding, and the Tennessee Titans, Will Levis, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's a mess in the AFC South. So they still have hope. I still think they'll make the playoffs. Will they make a run? I don't think they have all the pieces on defense yet. But we shall see. We shall see. The biggest conversation is if Stroud will hit the sophomore slump. It's too early to tell for me. I think he is starting to feel that pressure as far as defensive coordinators starting to figure you out a little bit. I don't think that he is going to regress. Jesus, 8%. He's not going to regress as like Jalen Hurts and some other people and stuff like that. I feel like the coaching staff is really good there in Houston. They're in their second year of kind of everybody there, and they didn't lose anybody. They added weapons. I feel like if Stephon Diggs holds himself together, I feel like and doesn't become a fucking diva, I feel like they can make a nice little run. Problem is they're gonna end up having to see Buffalo in the AFC playoffs. And listen, if you didn't believe in Buffalo last week, you best to believe in them this week. I'm just saying. Also, Steelers are back, baby. My pops is happy as hell about this, but I don't whatever. Uh, they're back with Justin Fields though. They're not back with Chef Russ. There's Russ ain't cooking. Russ is on the sideline in pads, knowing he ain't playing, but he in the sideline with pads and shit. Um, they beat up on the Chargers. Now, granted, Herbert was not was a shell of himself because he was hurt. That is one of the reasons why I picked him in the Better Beer, Better Bet the House segment because the simple fact is he was injured. He was not 100%. And then during that game, listen, T.J. Watt is a fucking animal. You got to put that man on a leash if he ain't on the field. I just don't. I just don't see he's gonna be defensive player of the year. I don't see anybody else beating him out right now. He's just absolutely going fucking. He's going crazy. Um, he is going crazy. Uh, also Joe Alt, the rookie. He went down. It just wasn't a good look for the Chargers. They're starting to get that injury bug. Plus, on top of that, they're not there yet. And I put them in the power rankings maybe a little prematurely. I can admit I'm wrong, but J.K. Dobbins' resurgence is something to be studied. Justin Herbert, when he gets back 100%, I think they'll make a nice little run. The problem is they're in the AFC West, which we all know who holds the crown in the AFC West, the motherfucking ref favorite Chiefs. So it's going to be hard to come from under that. Now that Herbert's hurt, it's going to be tough. But anyway, Steelers are 3-0. And the rest of the AFC North is fucking in shambles. Bengals are 0-3. Ravens are 1-2. Browns, excuse me. Browns are 1-2. Lost to the fucking Giants. The Giants? Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't rush Russ back until he's 120%. Justin has become more and more confident. Their offensive play calling isn't the greatest. I give them, they're working on it. They're getting there certain situations, but Najee looks good. Their defense is balling out of control. Probably one of the best defenses in the league, aside from fucking Minnesota, which is fucking painful to say. But they are officially back, baby. And it feels good to see the steel curtain out there. I like Mike Tomlin. He's a great coach. I feel like I'm glad for Justin Fields to finally get out of the NFC North under the fucking Bears, which are destroying another quarterback as we speak. I'm glad they're just getting to that point where they're like, they're getting back to it, man. Their defense is great and their fucking offense is solid. They just keep clicking, keep doing what they need to do. Packers. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Oh my God, as a fucking Packer fan, this is amazing to see. They continue to handle the AFC South. Thank you, Jesus. Without Love. Without Love. Love has not come back. Love is still hurt, still on the sideline. He looked good. He looked like he could go a round or two on the field, but sit him down. Let the humble Malik, let him go crazy. Revenge game. Handle your business. Uh, Really, honestly though, it hasn't been him going crazy though. It has been the defense. Defense, number one in takeaways, which is crazy. Top three in sacks, which is crazy. Because that was the number one thing as a Packer fan that I used to hate. I used to hate, hate, hate. When we won the Super Bowl, we were best in takeaways, and we were like top five in sacks. So I'm really, really, really excited. I'm really, as you can probably already tell, I'm really, really fucking excited about Green Bay doing what they're doing without Love right now. Now, we do have a very, 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 and I say we because I'm a fan. We have a very, 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 very tough game coming up against the Vikings. I am not a fool. I do think that Justin Jefferson has been locked up by Jair before, uh, but Sam Darnold is playing his ass off. I'm just hoping we're the ones to bring them back, to bring them to reality, bring them to that one loss already. Jair Alexander and Xavier McKinney are probably the best defensive back duo in the fucking league. I mean, just, Homer say whatever. I'm a Homer, whatever you want to say. I don't give a fuck. They Jair Alexander has 2 interceptions in 3 games. Xavier Alexander has an interception in every single game we played. I'm just saying, dog. Listen, there haven't been some great offensive lines we've seen yet. I know the Vikings is going to be the real test. Like I said, even the Eagles though. I mean, the Eagles have a pretty good offensive line. I mean, we lost that game. Yeah, and, it was in Brazil. Fuck that game. But you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I feel like that was a learning lesson right there. Defensive coordinator got his shit together, and we've been fucking sacking people and taking the ball away, fumbles, interceptions. I mean, it just listen, it looks good. They are the best duo in the league, though. I mean, they are probably one of the best duos in the league, and that's not, if not the best, they are the best, and that's not a homer statement. That's really just stats. If you look at it, that's really just stats. So look it up. Let me know. I'm crazy. I know. We'll see. But anyway, Giants coming out the fucking NFC East. I don't know what's more shocking, the fact that the Cowboys are 1-2, or that the Giants are 2-1. I don't know. I don't know which one is more. Or no, I'm sorry. They're 1-2. I'm sorry. The Commanders. Ooh, I almost said the Redskins. The Commanders are 2-1, which is crazy to me because everybody had the NFC East, including me, down to the Cowboys. Basically, the Cowboys and the Eagles. Eagles are 2-1. Commanders are 2-1, and they beat the Giants. Not a big win, but the Giants come out. Everybody's thinking they were one of the worst teams. Daniel fucking Jones is terrible, and he needs to be shot where he stands. And he's just been, handling his business. Yeah, they're 1-2. My bad. He's just been handling his business. I thought the Browns were turning around. I thought Deshaun Watson was finally getting his shit together, and I don't know. I just feel like it may be time for the Browns. They've already taken out the money clauses and things like that to pay him guaranteed regardless of suspensions and things like that, and they took that out of the contract. And I feel like they did that on purpose because they either see something coming, one, two, excuse me, they are kind of over this experiment. They are over this experiment, and Deshaun Watson has finally found his timing to be gone. Should they be looking for a replacement? Should they be looking for a replacement very soon? Yes. They need to go ahead and start looking at the draft, obviously, looking at the draft. They need to start looking at trades. Um, the resurgence of second chance quarterbacks is going rampant in the NFL right now, between Baker, between Justin, between Sam. I'm just saying, Andy Dalton. Oh my God, the Panthers, baby. What? The red rifle is going crazy. My thing is that should they give Jameis a chance? I think so, because the simple fact is, like, Watson's just not doing it for you, and at this point you're going to lose. In the next game or two, you're going to lose your complete locker room. Right now, you can kind of feel it's kind of players only meeting coming. And usually when those things happen, the players only meetings, that means that they're already too far gone. But he just doesn't look, he needs some time off. He needs some time to get his shit together. Let Jameis come out there and play. What do you have to fucking lose? You're 1-2 in the AFC North, excuse me. You're behind. You're not gaining any ground on the Steelers as of yet. You're not losing any ground to the Bengals, and you're probably going to be right there within the mix with the Ravens. The Ravens are still trying to figure it out. Harbaugh finally decided to let Derrick Henry fucking run against the damn Cowboys, and man, look what that happened. But I'll get to that in a second. I feel like they should go ahead and just start looking for let Jameis cook. Let Jameis. Everybody likes him probably on the team. His damn motivational speeches are a thing of great comedy. Um, but hell, some of them may get hype off that shit. What do you have to lose? Is my point. Um, he's just not there. I don't know. He's just not there. All right. Another quarterback that is not there, because there's been a few of them not there. Bryce Young was one. Everybody's been clowning and talking crazy, and his girl, all this crazy. Listen. The downfall of Trevor Lawrence needs to be studied. That man has been absolute garbage the entire season. And before that, he was going towards that direction. Jacksonville absolutely got dismantled on Monday night by the Bills. Again, the Bills, the Bills, the Bills. I keep telling y'all, sleep if you want. This new offense without Diggs has been fucking amazing. I apologize to Bills fans because at first I thought, well, Miami, Tua is healthier. Hill, they didn't lose a step. They get, blah. Nah, fuck that. The Bills have been looking amazing. Jacksonville has been looking like the Panthers with Bryce Young. Trevor just got a big ass bag. Is he a bust? A $275 million bust? I just think that you can't pay him all this money for him to look mediocre. Now, I don't think that it's all his fault. I don't think that at all. I think their defense is lackluster as fuck. I think that they need to look at the defensive coordinator in the eyes and ask him why in the hell are we not getting no pressure on quarterbacks that we used to fucking give hell to. They used to give hell to Josh Allen. They had yet to beat Josh Allen. I mean, they had yet to lose to Josh Allen since 21. It's 2024 now. What changed? The pressure. There was none. They literally Buffalo came in, did what they wanted to do, and just walked them down, belt to ass, walked them down, put them out of their misery by the second quarter. Second quarter, it was a fucking 37-3 or something like that. I mean, Jesus. Meanwhile, Josh Allen needs to be looked at and in consideration of MVP. Listen, I am a Packers fan. Die hard. Bleed green and gold. Lights behind me, green and gold. Listen, if there is one player I am rooting for besides my quarterback, it has got to be Josh Allen. Josh Allen lost his number one receiver. I thought it. You thought it. We all thought it. He was supposed to be cooked. He was supposed to be done. This man has thrown less interceptions, more touchdowns, more efficient than, say, your Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes. And everybody else in the league, dog, him and Sam Darnold are fucking cooking this year. And it is crazy to see. All I'm going to say is, if he's not your MVP as of right now, and I know it's 3 weeks, Iggy, calm down, 3 weeks. But the way he is balling right now makes this beer worth drinking. Yeah, that aftertaste. Every single time the aftertaste is just, so horrible. So, Listen, if he's not your MVP, I don't know who is. And that is just, I mean, unless you're a defensive guy, you TJ Watt is, but yeah, listen, Josh Allen is balling out of his fucking mind, and he's dis- he's dispersing the ball to all of the receivers, tight ends, running back. Like it's just he's not targeting one. It's not a specific receiver that is giving him life. He is literally picking apart defenses one receiver at a time, one tight end at a time. There is no way, no way, no way you don't have him an MVP. There's just no way. The problem is everybody's gonna say right now, it was Miami when we all had Miami winning the AFC East. Don't fucking play with me. It was Jacksonville when Trevor Lawrence, like the number 3 quarterback, highest paid quarterback in the league. Don't play with me. And it was who was I forgot the other. It doesn't matter. They've been whooping everybody's ass. You you got to give respect to where respect is due. And the Buffalo Bills, number one, still number one in my class. I'm just saying. Speaking of belt to ass, Cowboys. Come on, man. Cowboys, man. Y'all haven't figured it out yet. Jerry, we haven't figured out. You're the best to fucking do this. Why are y'all getting dismantled? I really am tired of I live in Dallas. I'm tired of hearing Dallas radio about the same shit. Y'all can't stop the run. Derrick Henry almost had 300 yards on y'all. Aaron Jones had an Alvin Kamara esque game against y'all in the playoffs. Alvin Kamara did the same thing fucking the week before Derrick Henry went. Listen, man, it is time to sit down and figure out what the hell y'all got going on in the middle of the line. My question is, how long does Mike McCarthy last? If they get embarrassed or if they lose in a close game on Thursday night versus the Giants, is it time for Mike McCarthy to go? And if it is, who replaces him? I think it is. I think it is time for him to go. If they lose to the Giants, it's a wrap. It's time to go. You got to go. He is already on his last leg. He didn't get the contract extension. He ready to roll. I mean, it just listen. They paid Dak instead of him. I understand, but it goes to show that he may not be the coach for this team. It doesn't matter who you bring in for defensive coordinator. Your defense is lackluster. Your offense is one fucking dimensional. And when you lose part of that dimension, your receivers, or you get behind and can't surprise the offense or defense on the other side with anything because they don't believe you can run. They don't believe in none of your running backs. You become very handicapped. And I feel bad for Mike because Mike got a Super Bowl. Mike is a good dude. Mike brought the Packers to the Super Bowl. I like Mike as a coach. Problem is he's in a lose-lose situation. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. And if he wins against the Giants, you were supposed to. If he loses against the Giants, it is all hell breaking loose in Dallas. I promise you. The Ravens, though, have they figured it out? Have they finally decided, let's give this big motherfucking Derrick Henry who don't eat shit till 5 o'clock p.m. the ball? Or what? I hope they figured it out. I don't think they did, though. I hope they figured it out, but I don't think they did. I think that they just saw what the Saints did, and they said, you know what, we're going to do the same thing, and we're just going to run it out. We're just going to figure it out. I hope it's not too late, and I hope Harbaugh says, oh, shit, Derrick Henry can run. Derrick Henry can handle the ball all these times to get run for fucking 300 yards. Jesus. Speaking of the Saints, though, what the fuck, man? How do you lose to the Eagles in that fashion? First off, the Eagles have been looking absolutely lackluster, except for Saquon. Saquon is single-handedly saving the Eagles. Single-handedly saving the Eagles. I promise you, it is not Jalen Hurts. He has realistically regressed. He looks like he don't trust anybody on the field. And they lost Devontae Smith during the game. Saints, they have made nothing but a bunch. They didn't do that. It was such a defensive game. It was such a flip from what they had done to the Cowboys, which, you know, that's fine. The Eagles have a better defense than the Cowboys. Understood. But a lot of the stuff that they were doing and it was just self-inflicted wounds. Like, it was almost like they played the Cowboys and that was a Super Bowl, and the Eagles were, you know, a forgotten thought, a forgotten game. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. But if it wasn't for Saquon, they still would have won that game. But Saquon and your mistakes beat you, Saints. So, speaking of mistakes, it's time for the beer goggles of the week. And first up, we're going to keep it on the Saints, baby. Can somebody answer me this real quick, though? What in the hell?
Trying to get some of it back. They'll get plenty. Dallas Goedert is wide open. Down the sideline. Inside the 10. First and goal for Philly. 60 yards from Hurts to Goedert.
I just want to know what the two linebackers, the DBs were like. How do you run a pick on yourselves? I don't know. I don't get it. And then that's not even the worst of it. If that's not bad, let me show you what I mean.
Wait a minute.
Territory now. Well, discombobulated from the start. Kamara's still able to make something out of it.
Carr went that way. Kamara went that way. What the fuck, bro? It just looked like they were just so off. It was just bad, bro. The Saints, the whole team, beer fucking goggles. Jesus. All right, and next up, there is a celebration that I want y'all to leave alone. Okay, there was a celebration in college football that I was like, okay, you know, that makes sense. You know, it's kids. And then there was a celebration in the NFL. And all I'm going to say is leave this to the kids. Okay, this ain't for us. This ain't for us adults. All right?
On a third down play.
That shit was terrible. I don't even know what Amon St. Rod was doing. Like, bro, sit down. Amon, sit down. You too serious for that. You should be doing a salute or something. Like, you should be doing something else. That was goofy as shit. And then I don't know if this man was blind or they won the game, but it was just like a tough game for Anthony Richardson, man. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all look at this and tell me if maybe I'm drunk.
Branson goes in motion. Richardson moving left, throwing, intercepted. What a terrible mistake by Richardson, and Tremaine Edmonds has the INT.
This is similar to...
Who the fuck was you throwing to? Where the fuck was you? There was 4 people with white jerseys on. Your jersey's blue. Who the fuck was you throwing to? Anthony Richardson, Saints, Amon. Yeah, y'all come on, get these beer goggles, man. And then, last but not least, yes, I know I'm running long on the beer goggles this week because it was a lot of just stupid shit in the NFL this weekend. And honestly, I feel like this was the most egregious thing of all. And I give it beer goggles because that's the only other explanation I can give. Because, yeah, just watch.
By Brian Cook.
Head's not around and didn't have a chance to make a.
It was a hold one within 5 yards. Fuck it. They had the goal. They were close to the goal line, whatever the case may be. My man tackled him before the ball got there. And there's two refs standing there, literally, one on the left, one on the right. They both looking, and nobody reached for a flag. Nobody. You either were drunk or you were in collusion. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. NFL, don't ban me from watching, don't ban me from games and stuff. I'm just saying they looked, that whole ref staff in Atlanta, beer goggles, man. And now it's time for the good stuff. It's time for the six-pack of the week. First up, man, we got Jauan Jennings, man. Even though the Niners lost, there was a lot of good plays from that dude, Mr. Juwan Moss.
Fake it to Mason. Purdy. The shuffle, the throw. Jennings up top. Oh my goodness! Did he just make that catch? And then he gives the Cenat celebration. Over the top of Quentin Lake with some Randy Moss activity.
Are you kidding me? That's such a good play by Quentin Lake, just getting back into position. He was completely turned around, turned his head at the last second, and Jauan Jennings goes over the top and makes a huge contested catch.
Listen, if that's the first one I play, it's about to be crazy. That was insane. And everybody keeps doing this stupid ass fucking celebration. I just do not like this celebration. Is so terrible. But let's go ahead and get to that same game. Mr. Kyron Williams.
Stafford. Across for Williams. Oh! Somersaults in to the end zone to get Los Angeles on the board.
Well, look at this matchup. It's just halfback choice, and Fred Warner's got to get over there and help on this. Boom! He split him, hit the home run, and Campbell's more of a run stopper, and you get him in space like that. What do we say about McVay? He's in his bag right now.
Listen, that ain't no somersault, first off, but McVay was definitely in his fucking bag. That was crazy. Again, where do the Rams keep finding these fucking people, man? Kyron Williams, that's just crazy. He's an acrobat in his part-time life, because that was insane. Next up, from Detroit, listen, my NFC North division is very interesting right now because everybody is balling, and we might look like the best damn division in the league. But hey, listen, I tried to tell y'all, don't sleep with us. But this right here just proves that these dudes is on a whole nother level.
7 on the Rams. Cardinals trailing here. As Goff hits it. Who flips it to Jahmyr Gibbs. And Gibbs is in the end zone for a Lions touchdown. How do you like that one?
How about that? That's right. Resuscitate all the fans here in Arizona. I mean, that's just straight up shenanigans right there.
I just thought of that dolphin hook and ladder. I don't know what you'd call that.
That's a hook and ladder, right? You're just running a little underneath route, little in-cutting route. Escape. You get Gibbs out of the middle of the formation.
Listen, man, that's definitely a hook and ladder. I don't know why they was acting like so surprised with that. But it's a hook and ladder. Jahmyr Gibbs, Detroit, that was amazing. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't even like y'all, but that was amazing. So, next up, man, is Monday Night Special. Listen, Jaden Daniels is officially here and he is a fucking problem. And he actually outplayed Burrow.
10 guys on the field. They're down in 7. This one is launched from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown! Touchdown, Terry McLaurin. They needed 7. They got 27, and here's the end of it. Right foot, knee down, and the catch. That will count. Unbelievable on 3rd down.
Unbelievable catch. And that wasn't the only catch that Scary Terry had that was crazy from Daniels. Daniels has been, honestly, he's coming into his own. I feel like he's starting to get it. He had a couple moments where it's like, you know, he's still a rookie, but man, listen, all I'm gonna say is, dude, he's gonna be a problem, man. You know, he's gonna be a problem. But I feel like they didn't think he was gonna go for that like that. Like he just, man, that was crazy. And it was the game-winning touchdown too. Like that was the one that pretty much sealed the deal. It was like, that's it, it's over. So first off, you know, I told y'all that we the Packers, Packer fan here, have been putting up great defensive games. Interceptions after interceptions after interceptions. And Jair and Xavier, best DB duo in the league right now. And yeah.
The first couple of weeks for Levis as he goes to the air. It's intercepted. Jair Alexander high stepping for 6.
Listen, man, that dude is balling. And him and Xavier, man, listen. Xavier got an interception that game too, by the way. So yeah. So just so you know, listen, there's like eight interceptions in the league. I think they got 8 interceptions or 8 or 9 takeaways right now. They number 1 in the league, not just in the division, the league. But hey, you know. And next up, you know, it wouldn't be right if we didn't talk about the king. I'm talking about Derrick Henry. Henry the Fourth.
Short off. 3rd and 1. It's Henry racing for the hole and more. Derrick Henry with a first down all the way down to the 33. Just ran right through Kalen Carson.
This is why they brought him here. Just a downhill run. He reads it to the backside and he's out the gate. Stiff arm, one of the most vicious in the game. Holy cow. Try to tackle that, KB.
No thanks. I'm good.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's just you know, Derrick Henry is 30.
Yo, he punched that man in the face. That is a fucking violent crime right there. What the fuck? That is a violent crime. Oh my God. Yeah, nah, that's crazy. So I will say that I'm glad to see Harbaugh finally letting Derrick run. They look great against a mediocre defense. Hopefully they can get it together and finish it out. Oh my God. But I'm out of time. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. You know the vibe. Please let me know if I missed any beer goggles or any 6-packs of the week. I will, run them through on bonus episodes. Full episodes right now. We on Patreon, man. Listen, if you here, thank you again for watching. Comment, subscribe, tell your friend, tell a friend, all that good stuff, man. So this is Beer 30 Sports O'Clock. I'm going to finish this beer because Mama ain't raised no punk.